Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I just would like to ask Source for some advice for all of us regarding economics in the US. Because, there's some people saying, well, the market is very overvalued. A crash is imminent. But then they've been saying that for 2 years, maybe some of them several months. For others, nobody knows. Timing is what's difficult. Right? And so we all wonder. And then inflation, too. How bad is it going to be? The Fed says it's temporary. Most of it's transient. They're okay with some inflation. That's all right. Everybody wonders, will they increase interest rates to tamp down the inflation? Or will some of this simply resolve itself because it's supply chain issues? Or demand, fluctuations in demand kind of issues, like everybody wants to travel now because they've been saving their vacation fund, right, during COVID, and now they want to travel. So the rates of everything have gone up. Yeah, things like that. Lumber is up because home construction was up, right? All these kinds of things. People are wondering, how transitory are they? I'm just going to ask Source for some advice. What would you say, Source? And remember, these are cards. This is a psychic channel. Tarot is not great for timing. Remember all these things. Seek your financial advice from your financial advisor. But I do like to see what the cards have to say. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Current. We'll do a current column. Okay, well, we have Biden here. We have decision made. We have some regrets. The 5 of Cups. Clarity and good decision making now, though. That's good. Some regrets. I feel like that is right. Looking at some of the trouble with, I do think that was cutting the corporate tax rate so much in 2017, so much, that it's hard to bring it back up again now. And I know Biden's trying to, but he is using clarity and good judgment is what I'm getting here. I don't know. I feel like that means some stability right now. I feel like that means some stability right now. Okay, so what about, so in other words, right now we're looking all right. What about near future? Pregnant with a possibility. We should be hopeful. Yeah, more safety network. Safety will continue. Biden will continue to use economic troubles by folks who are lower income to expand the social safety network a bit. So that is good. That is good. But yeah, pregnant with the possibility, we're growing in the possibility of real financial trouble is what I'm seeing. Okay? But yet we're not seeing it in the next few months. And to me, that kind of makes sense, right? Because there has been pent-up demand. People do have money that they've saved and they're wanting to spend it now. Okay. What about a little further out? We have a lot of people going back to work, you know, and a lot of people have already, but those who have not, so competition for jobs will continue. It will continue to be an employees market. So that's a good news because employers may need to raise their compensation. But yet there will be people worrying about money. Plenty of people worrying about money, and there's a little bit of good news. So a good jobs report, I feel like, comes out. Okay, and then what about many months out, more than several? Okay, well, we have the end of something here. We have the 8 of Swords. You know what I think this is? I feel like there is a stock market issue. There's a stock market hit. The 8 of Swords is like the Fed can't do anything to help this anymore. You know, they can't lower interest rates anymore. The 8 of Coins. What's that 8 of Coins mean? Celebration. And the working people. The working people, though, somehow there's a benefit to them. Well, there again, stock market and conditions on the ground for the working people who don't have money in the stock market can be very different, can't they? But people working a lot, that means too, though. That means, sure, there's work, but you've got to be working a lot. So, I mean, I don't see some big financial boon to the working people in the U.S. either then. And I see people working a lot to make the money. So I do think inflation is an issue. It's not hyperinflation, but you know, an issue. Okay. So, but there is work to be had that makes a little more money, maybe. Okay, what about into 2022? Deep mysteries there. Lots going to happen between now and then. A little bit of good news, gradual. Okay, and here's where I see, you know, that death card for the stock market. I don't know that that's a you know, crash into bearish territory even. It's some kind of decrease, some kind of hit to it. But, you know, I think it's more gradual stuff happening in 2022. Yeah, there's the death card. Yeah, okay, though. A little bit of good news, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think they are going to try, the government is going to take measures to prevent the worst, but I do think the stock market decreases in 2022. I do think it does. Do they call it recession? Maybe not. One way, it's undecided yet okay, that's one of these things that we have to be careful, because I always feel like what I'm getting from the cards are probabilities. I feel like there are different probable futures. There really are. It's not set in stone. So when I get this card, I'm saying, okay, so 2022, you know, how much the stock market takes a hit and how much of a decrease we have, and whether it turns into recession or not really hasn't been decided yet, is what I'm getting there. There is some sort of victory. And Three of Wands, there's something good happening economically for the world. I feel like these are trade agreements that they're looking forward to. And just the fact that, you know, people look forward to something can positively affect world economies. So, yeah, okay. So I don't see anything decided. All right. Well, so I think I am not going to be freaked out by the videos that you can see on YouTube about the crash being imminent. I think I'm not going to be freaked out about that. But I do think, realistically, something does need to change with income inequality being what it is. And inflation, you know, even if it's not huge, it's a significant factor here. Interesting. I have seen like a global, I do think there will be a global monetary reset. I do. US dollar still remaining the reserve. That's what I see. But I don't know what the reset entails. Then again, we got the High Priestess, right? Deep mysteries to that. It'll, you know, it will have to do with global, I feel like it will have to do with digital currencies. And it really won't matter after a while if the dollar was the reserve in the beginning, because it will be a moot point after a while, because everybody will be using much the same. But I don't see cash, like physical cash in the U.S. being done away with quickly, like not in the next year, not in the next 2 years, maybe never. I mean, maybe, you know, I just don't think the American people would stand for it personally. So that'll be one thing that hangs around for quite a while, at least, until people could care less either way. And I don't know what changes between now and then will happen that people could care less either way. I'm talking years and years and years away from now. But yeah, I feel like there will be some sort of global reset. And it will largely be a good thing. So that's what I've got. That's what I'm hearing. All right. Just thought I'd take a peek. Well, thank you all so very much. You take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.